Hey Sagittarius, this is going to be your love and relationship tarot reading now. So let's see what's coming up on the cards for the sign of Sagittarius, love and relationship. Let's get right into these messages. What do you need to know? Okay, so we're starting off the reading with the fiery card, like you Sagittarius, King of Wands. Okay. Moon and Sagittarius, 9 of Wands. All right, so we have some really strong fire energy coming through. I'm going to lay these out. Page of Wands. Ooh, fiery, fiery, fiery. You may be dealing with a fellow fire sign, but I also have Jupiter, your ruling planet, coming through, represented with the Wheel of Fortune. So, Knight of Wands. Okay, this is mutable fire. This is literally Sagittarius. So what is going on? Are we just focusing on ourselves right now? Focusing on our friendships? Are we focusing on our romantic relationship? If we are, we're making a decision. You are feeling extremely passionate about somebody or something in your life right now, Sagittarius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 11 cards are wand energy cards. That's fire energy, that's spirit, that's motivation, that's jet drive, energy, passion, excitement, impulse. So you're feeling all of these things in relation to your love life right now. But like, there's also this element I feel for Sagittarius that is just like, no, I'm just rolling with what's happening in life. Things are so good. All these blessings are coming in. I'm feeling so strong. I'm feeling so empowered. I'm feeling so alive right now. And it's not like this is like the most serious thing ever in terms of love, but it's like, it's cool. You're happy about it. It's exciting. There is excitement around you. If you are very serious with somebody right now, Sagittarius, I can see somebody that you are brilliant friends with. Like, this could be somebody from the past. It could be just somebody who is your best friend. You just want to hang out with them all the time. You are planning something for them, or you're planning an engagement, a proposal. Some of you are planning a party. Some of you are planning to get everyone's friends together, or the Sagittarius, you're planning to get your person's friends all together and organize something really fun. Maybe it's a vacation, a holiday, but we're going to clear up these cards. Some of you are thinking about taking a trip at the moment with your person, somewhere nice and warm, hot and sunny, hopefully somewhere kind of exotic and new and culturally different. So you're with somebody that's probably pretty cultured, Sagittarius. Some of you may be with somebody from a different culture than your own. Some of you may have met somebody who is really attractive. There's something different about them. They're from a different cultural background potentially than you, Sagittarius. So you're super eager and interested to get to know all about them. It's so exciting. Other than that, there is a feeling of focusing on yourself for me to tell you at this time. So maybe relationship is taking a sort of a back seat for you at this time, and maybe you are full of drive and hopping around and skipping around, and you're just like full of the joys of life, and you're really feeling alive and happy, and there is a spring in your step again, Sagittarius. So there's been an upward turn of events in terms of love and relationship and life in general. Things have started to move for you again and change in a more advantageous and opportune way. We're not just stuck in this feeling, well, we're certainly not bored. I'm not seeing any boredom in this reading. So you're feeling like you have a spark back. I think we should clear up all of these wand energies. So I want to ask a question for each card. Let's get specific. Wheel of Fortune. What was this change in circumstance for Sagittarius in terms of love and relationship? What was the change in circumstance represented by the Wheel of Fortune? I'm thinking it's a positive upward swing, but we'll have to see. Sometimes things can appear to be one way on the surface, and then when you dig a little deeper, yeah. The Moon card. When you dig a little deeper and go to those murkier, darker waters, you discover other things. The moon can reveal things that the sun cannot. And the moon can really reveal hidden things, right? And it lights up the dark. So where something might have come to light, what was the change in circumstance? You were able to find out the truth of a matter which had been hidden for quite some time. And when you had that information, things began to change for you, and things began to come full circle. We had a Sagittarius eclipse yesterday. I'm recording this so it was the 26th of May, we had a lunar eclipse moon in the sign of Sagittarius, okay? So that can bring, eclipses fuel our destiny. Typically with lunar eclipses, they're full moon energy. I can see them more as cleansing or banishing or releasing. So sometimes endings can come around. I think something, if anything has ended in your life, Sagittarius, and you may really be feeling the energy of that lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, that was May 26th. As I said, eclipses in astrology fuel destiny, so they propel us toward our destined path. And if we're not fully on our destined path, then the eclipses can feel abrupt as they change things. I asked what was changing. There may be significant endings and beginnings coming up in an area of your life right now, Sagittarius. Not necessarily love, but I do sense with something has changed. Something that was really at one point, maybe if there was an ending, it was an extremely happy situation. But all is not what it seems either with the 10 of Cups. I don't really know if those people are smiling in these cards. So the Moon in Reverse card is telling me that maybe you had to scratch the surface to find the truth of a matter. All wasn't what it seemed. All of this, oh, I'm so happy, everything's fine, we're happy, we're this. Maybe not. Maybe you weren't convinced and you wanted to really get to the heart and soul of the matter. Let's see how you did. I think you definitely got to the heart of things, but okay, Page of Wands. You met somebody, or there was somebody that came up for you, or this is travel or something different. What is Page of Wands for Sagittarius here? Something a little foreign to you. Queen of Wands. Oh, well, these wand energies just keep coming. Unfortunately for some, this Queen of Wands isn't really wanted in this reading, I think. And for some of you, this is going to represent another person that came into the relationship that was not desired there. It could have just been another opinion, but for some it feels to me like infidelity. And you saw this. After you scratched the surface and trusted in your intuition. There was immaturity in the past in this relationship. It wasn't even infidelity to the like the nth degree. It could have been kind of like just like you saw messages on someone's phone that were like not what you wanted to read or something like that, and you trusted in your intuition and you dug deep and you kind of navigated these darker waters by scratching the surface. And that's kind of what set up this momentum and change to occur in your life, in your romantic relationships. Okay, well, you got to the heart of the matter and now you have to stay really strong. Is there anything else the King of Wands and Nine of Wands is trying to tell us other than you being now, like, it wasn't the best to figure this out and the change, but after all this change has happened, this was more in the past, you're settled now again and you're comfortable with what you've been seeing and it's all making sense to you. Finally, King of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so it was okay, so you really had to gain new perspective. Now we have Temperance, which is the beautiful card in the major arcana that represents the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about wanting to ascend and higher knowledge, and it's travel, it's law, it's natural law, meaning and beliefs, and all of these like loftier themes. Temperance says just balance things out. We still have to live in the real world. We still have to, like concentrate on the more mundane, boring things in life. So that's why we have Temperance here. But Temperance is asking you to try and soothe out the broken or the tense relationships in your life right now. There are some relationships in your life right now. It could be love, and maybe it's friendship, maybe it is friendship, or siblings even is coming up for me, even though this is a love relationship. It's all relationships, right? This has been asking you to you need to gain a new perspective on the other person's point of view, the Hanged One, so that you can soothe it out like Temperance and temper things. And if there has been tempers flaring, you can moderate them and balance them and bring soothing and harmony into this relationship again, into the relationships around you. But to do that, you need to kind of see a new fresh perspective is what I'm seeing. Some of you are seeing this fresh perspective that you're seeing is, oh my gosh, I have been so strong. I got away from a toxic situation. I got to the truth of the matter, and this was really challenging, but overall I feel pretty strong from it. I'm not looking forward to taking another hit. I would rather not have to take another hit. I would rather things be easeful, but all in all, at this moment in time for you Sagittarius, it doesn't look so easy. There's a lot of excitement around you. There's a lot of movement and passion. So as this story goes on, you're learning a thing or two about strength and your perseverance and how you can bring things back down to earth and cool off again and ground again before basically I see you taking off charging again. So let's see. First of all, I want to look at the Six of Cups. You have somebody on your mind from the past right now, Sagittarius. You have somebody that you really care about on your mind from the past. Doesn't seem to be a new person. Ace of Swords. So whatever this person from the past represents to you, you've become pretty clear on how you need to communicate with them, what they need. You have understood their needs. Maybe that came from the Hanged Man, or Hanged One in this deck it's called. Temperance, maybe it came from Temperance. But you learned a thing or two about what that person needed from you. And you learned how to communicate with them, and you learned how to be open with this person again. Now, for some reason it's telling me, so far I haven't seen anything that's telling me that this didn't work out. For some of you, the change really did occur from breaking free from a toxic or unhealthy situation. But other people were able to work through this, I think, and become more aware and open and receptive to one another's needs and emotional needs. You've become more emotionally available to this person for some. Okay, so Knight of Wands, we see Sagittarius really stepping into their own over the next 6 weeks around this particular relationship situation. And things look very different then, and you are more empowered. You've learned a lot. You've learned how to manage people's emotions and feelings and understand them better. Sometimes Sagittarius, emotions, it's more hard for you to kind of feel the feels, right? Instead of kind of being philosophical about it. Yeah, feel the feels, Sagittarius. There's no one that feels the feels more than the Queen of Cups in the tarot. It's a huge invitation to sit and recognize all of these feelings, name them, and then you'll move on, because you have to really feel something in order to fully move on from it, right? Because it will just crop up again in your next love situation or whatever. The Queen of Wands is saying, not so fast, my fiery friend. Slow your roll, Sagittarius. I know you want to go and explore and have a sense of adventure but you have some feeling to do. Just get it over and done with. That's probably the best way. If you need help, the Page of Cups is always a nice little message to say that help is always there by way of somebody that you can communicate with. And if you can't think of a person in your life right now that might fit the bill of the supportive friend or trusted confidant, okay, this is coming up as a message for me for the people that got away from this toxic relationship when you found out that there was one extra person or more that shouldn't have been there. This was about, they never really treated you like very special. You never felt like really valued or appreciated with this person. You were always just there, or it seemed convenient for them to hang with you, or to whenever you met up, it was on their terms. Yeah, it might have felt like, you were equally like that. You weren't going above and beyond for this person either, but that was because, you knew that they didn't put you, not that you wanted to be put on a pedestal, but there was no real adoration or love, and you wanted that because you just wanted to be made to feel really special, and unfortunately that person wasn't in the right time or place to do that to you, give that to you. So for me, that's a message for the people who moved on and started something new. Okay, last card for a closing message for the Sagittarius watching, and then I will bid you farewell. But what is our last card? The Empress. Get what you deserve, baby. This is the card of completely knowing your worth and reaping the rewards of the Wheel of Fortune, of whatever good blessings are coming through for you. You're like, oh yeah, I so deserve this, and then there's no blocks, they just come through thick and fast. Okay, beautiful card to end with, Sagittarius. Enjoy.